another episode of Tokyo Reds. The weather today is terrible. I'd say a typhoon is actually going past Tokyo right now, so the rain is absolutely mental. The wind is pretty mad. This is one of the driest places we can find. We tried to go into the Tokyo International Forum, which is a kind of exhibition hall of art and theatre and all that kind of stuff. We tried going in, but it's actually closed because of the weather, which is pretty mad. But it's an epic build, and hopefully we can show you some footage of it. If you want any more information, of course, there will be a Wikipedia page linked below. So the weather is, as I said, awful, as was Liverpool's performance against Burnley at Turf Moor. Liverpool lost, obviously, 2-0, if you didn't know. Where did it all go wrong, John?
So I'm still in disbelief.
I know exactly how you feel, mate.
We just couldn't break them down. And, you know, it's like what we were talking about in the last episode. They were going to play really compact, and they did. And they just stuck to their game. And we couldn't break them down. And it doesn't help when you're shooting from, like, the car park every 20 minutes. You know, every 5 minutes it's like another shot from the car park, then row Z, you know. So I'm just going to start raging, so...
There's plenty of time of raging, John. Tom, it was just, you know, they scored 2 minutes in the game. It was just killed our plan, right?
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. When they got that goal, like I say, they're going to be compact. Unfortunately, that killed our game. It was bad defending. I love Klein. It's a one-off that he's done that. We were compact. Like John said, too many long shots. And what didn't help was that when we had really good deliveries, as Jurgen Klopp was saying, really good deliveries, no one's in the box, no one's challenging. Unfortunately, it's a game where someone like Benteke would have been useful.
Don't.
Just a one-off. Obviously, it wouldn't be useful for the rest of the season. But yeah, the long shots, we didn't break them down. Nothing. The early goal, it played into their hands. I still can't believe that we had 81%, I think it's 81% possession. We didn't win 26 shots, and we barely challenged them. They had 3 shots, they get 2 goals.
It's the first time it's ever happened, isn't it, in the game?
Yeah, it's the lowest amount of possession to win in the history of football. Like, it's just unbelievable. And fair play to them. They did a number on us at the end of the day. Yeah. Do you think it's just pre-season blip or what?
I think it was bad decision making as well. You know, I mean, like Lovren and Claveren, fucking hell, they were like wider than Kim Kardashian's arse, weren't they? You know, they just. The scariest thing about it was that there was just no communication, and that's what we've been struggling with. You know, so like, I'm not going to take anything away from Vokes. His goal was great, you know, but, you know, you've got like acres of space between Lovren,
Clavin. I think.
And nobody's really picking up Vokes, and there's just no communication. I mean, it's a bad pass from Klein, but it could have been... You know, it's not like Vokes is behind the defenders. He's got 2 centre-backs in front of him. So, he could have been closed down a bit more. But a good goal.
No, I think both their forwards, you know, Gray and Vokes played very, very well. Do you think, like, for me, obviously we did create a lot. So, do you think it was as bad as we think, or was it?
Oh, you're right. You know what? We've got to give credit to Burnley. I mean, it's easy to say Liverpool had a bad performance, and the way it was presented on BBC and Sky Sports, obviously it's sensationalist. Saying Liverpool had a bad performance is better than saying Burnley had a good one. It's going to get more attention. But in fairness to Burnley, yeah, I mean, once they got that goal, they did actually defend quite well. I was reading today on the stats. They used a lot more energy than we did. They covered a lot more ground. So even though we had the possession, they were quick to close us down. They were quick to keep in position. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's disappointing, but in fairness, credit to Burnley. I think we'll come back stronger after this. I really do. I think the Tottenham game will be a completely different story, in all honesty.
I certainly hope so. So obviously we played Sturridge on the right. I was a bit confused by that. What did you make of it, John?
The thing with Sturridge is he's a bit of a floater anyway, isn't he? So I think playing him on the right, he still comes in. And I think with him and Firmino, they'll just interchange because they're obviously both centre. Well, you know, they've been played as centre forwards. Like Sturridge, obviously centre forward, but Firmino can play there too. So I think they just can change. So I think it would be good in like the game against Tottenham, game against Man City, where they can just run ragged around defenders. But when a team isn't moving, it doesn't work. You know, the interesting statistic as well I read. Mignolet, the last 5 shots at him, 5 goals. 5 goals, 5 shots on target.
Yeah, it doesn't speak well, does it? I actually ran a poll again. Thanks for everybody on Twitter who got involved. Should Liverpool try and sign Joe Hart? And actually, the majority said no, which I was fairly surprised by doing that. But back to the game. How much did we miss Mane?
I think we missed him a lot. His strength would have been ideal for a match like Burnley. I think he, like I was saying about Benteke, but Mane in terms of his pace, in terms of what we needed that day, in terms of just someone to just run at their defenders, because, yeah, they're not going to move. He could have got people out of position. He could have challenged. I think we really did miss him. Don't like saying that because I don't want us to be a one-man team or anything. Don't want us to be dependent. But you're right. Like I say about Sturridge and Firmino against Man City, against Tottenham, that's ideal. But, yeah, not right for Burnley.
Yeah, no, for me too. I thought there was just an imbalance to the team, you know what I mean? And it was just infuriating. And we talked about it last in the preview. Do you know what I mean? There was every chance that this was going to happen. It's Liverpool's way. We beat Arsenal. We lose to Burnley. I mean, that sentence is not a surprise at all, you know?
No, not at all. I mean, going back to Mane as well, we shouldn't, like the team we've got now, the amount of money we've spent, if we've got some quality in that team, we shouldn't need Mane to beat. No offence to Burnley, but we shouldn't need Mane to beat Burnley. But we did miss him because, especially with his speed, it can overwhelm some players because he moves so fast that some players will have to panic, you know. So, but yeah, he was.
I think Mane just gives us an extra element that we don't have with him, not in the squad, you know. So. Yeah. Okay. So this is really difficult to choose, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Best player. For Liverpool.
Yeah. Coutinho.
Okay.
Not the greatest, but in fairness, he was having the long shots. But when I look back, I know. But in terms of the effort, I think he was probably our best. But it was still a bad game for most of the team.
For me. So difficult to choose one. I probably say Henderson, just because he didn't do anything. Well, he gave the ball away quite a few times, but so did everyone else. Everyone was crap. Hendo for me.
Yeah, it's like, how'd you pick? You know, it was like the most bang average performance I've not ever seen, but seen in a while. Maybe Lallana for his pass.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, Lallana actually did play very well.
Good turn, but yeah, I just think, to be honest, I think what killed us the most that Saturday was decision making. It seemed like we just ran out of ideas, and it was just we were praying for a wonder goal. Whereas, if we would have played smart, tried to break them down a bit, then maybe we would have at least drawn.
Yeah, the issue I've got as well is, you know, but you look at the way Burnley played, they did the simple things really well, where Liverpool will just try and do everything the hard way. They did it at least in that game, and it's so infuriating as a fan. But you know, you've got to take your hat off to Burnley at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? So you know, well played.
I am a little bit better. You know, my granddad must be an Evertonian. My great granddad must be Evertonian.
Yeah, no.
A bit of bitterness in me, like, but.
That's all right. Okay, cool. So, most disappointing player. There's a lot to choose out.
Oh, bloody hell, where to start? You know what? I know he wasn't outfield, but Mignolet, because like John said about that statistic, if he's a better keeper for us, this doesn't happen. You know, he's leaking goals at the back. If we had someone like De Gea, I know he's...
Sorry to cut in, but he had no chances with those 2 shots, though.
No, you're right. No, sorry, I'm just having a go at Mignolet. I just want Joe Hart to come. No, you know, actually, I'm going to change that. I'm actually just going to say the team. I'm not going to just single someone out here. I'm actually just going to say the team because as a team effort, that wasn't good enough.
I completely agree. The whole team let us down. To be honest, there was just a lack of pace, a lack of intent to really just go at them and run past the player. It was too predictable. I'm going to say the team. Coutinho also disappointed me, to be honest. Again, sorry, Tom, going against what he said. It was just, he played so well against Arsenal. It was, he get the ball, and I get what he's trying to do, his endeavour and that, but he's sending them into space every shot. It was just, I get what he's doing and he's working hard, but it was just really annoying.
It was like a proper just FIFA game. You know, one of those games where nothing's going to work. The computer's definitely cheating. You know,
Written in the stars. You know?
yeah, yeah. I think Tom said the best. Took the Reds right out of my mouth. Yeah, it was just a terrible performance by the team. Maybe I'm going to pick on Klein. I think I want to pick on a player. I want to vent my rage at one player. You know, that was amateur, an amateur pass. You know, and he's better than that. You know, it was a one-off mistake, but cost us the game. You know.
I mean, that's the saving grace. You know, we are much better than that, and everyone knows it, and all the players know it. The manager definitely knows it. So we can't take too much from it. You know what I mean? It's second game of the season. There's plenty more time. Obviously, plenty more time to go. We got Burton coming up first of all, so we're going to do a little micro preview here. Should we just play kids reserves or?
I'd say after that, I mean, I'm tempted to have some kids in the team, but then at the same time, I think for some of those players, it'd be good for them to go back out there against Burn, hopefully get a win, maybe get some goals, get their confidence back up. And I would say on the Burnley thing, if we can take any positive, it's that it's happened in the second game. Klopp will be angry, the players will be angry, there'll be a reaction, and we'll say we can't let that happen again. I'm glad that's happened the second game of the season. We go back to 2014, Chelsea, that happened so close to the end of the season. We learned the hard way there. If we learn now, we can react to it. Yeah, Burton, I'd say a mix of the kids and players like Sturridge, and hopefully gets their confidence back up.
Yeah, I'd bang the kids in, like, you know, Alexander-Arnold at right back, for example. Conor Brannigan's loan fell through at Wigan, so maybe play him as well. Mix, really. I'd start Ings, to be honest. People like that. Manninger in goal. Yeah, I wouldn't play any, you know, any of our real starters, to be honest. Although most of the people who've started the last two games, I wouldn't play. How about you, John?
I'd maybe play Origi, just so he can, like Tom was saying, start banging some goals. And wouldn't play Sturridge because he's a bit of a liability, you know. So just save him for the Tottenham game. Maybe Grujic, I'd like to see him play. Maybe give Matip a run out, because I don't think he's match fit.
No, I think he needs to, you know, get his match fitness up.
But also it's a good experience, you know, to start playing in England. And then maybe just stick the kids out for the rest. We should beat them, but
we should do, yeah.
Should have beat Burnley, so there you go.
Well, that's football. That's, you know, the unpredictability of it, and that's why we love it at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you very much. You know, hopefully we'll be doing the preview for the Spurs game. That'll be the next video. Yeah, if you like what you see, hopefully the weather improves. We need better weather. You know, this is terrible. But yeah, if you like what you saw today, drop a like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what your thoughts were on the game. Yeah, probably all in caps locks, you know, because everyone's so angry. Yeah, and yeah, thank you very much. Get involved on the Twitter polls as well. All the information will be here. Thank you very much. See ya. Bye bye.
Spelt wrong.